Alright guys, so today we will be making rock, paper, scissors in Java, and I've written out some steps that will help me code this out. So first we're going to randomly generate a number. With that number we will generate a word, which will be the key. So the word that the computer has, right? And then allow for the user to input a word, and then we'll check if, the word that the computer has beats our word or if we beat them. And then keep track of the longest tie streak and keep track of wins for each player. We will also add in a recursive loop. Recursive loop to make it replayable. And yeah, that should be it. So first I'm thinking of getting the computer's word. So let's do this. Random. Alright, so basically what I'm doing here is just generating a random number with the random math class, math.random, and from that number we will have a set of 3 words, right? So if num equals 1, then the word for the computer will be like paper, right? And I just do that for the rest of the words. It's pretty simple, and we just have to make sure we call it in the main function so it actually randomizes. Three scissors, 1 rock, and let's see, 2 paper. Alright, that's pretty easy. Alright, so we have done the randomly generate number and the word. Alright. Time for us to implement the player. So basically what I'm doing here is just starting out by setting up the scanner class, right? This will allow for the player to type in their word and for the game to really begin, right? And after that, I just set up some if statements, right? So let's say you put rock and the computer generates paper. Well, the player should lose, right? And then it will just go through all the winning situations. So if you didn't put rock, that means you either put scissors or paper, and then it'll just check what the computer put, and at the end, if you didn't receive any of the winning situations, you will lose, right? That's basically what I'm doing here, and yeah, it seems like a lot of code, but it's not that hard to understand. So they're doing paper, so let's go scissors. Okay, I win. Okay, so they're doing rock, let's go paper. I win. Okay, that's the one where I lose. So let's go scissors. Okay, good, we got it. We figured it out. Okay, great. So now we have figured out the method and a way for the user to input a word. Alright, so what I'm doing here now is just setting up the tie situation. So if you press rock and the computer has rock, well, you tied, right? So there should be an increase to the tie amount. After that, I'm setting up some global variables that will exist outside of the main method. Why am I doing this? Well, because I want to make this game replayable, right? So every game session will have 1 playthrough. So you get to put rock once, or you get to play a hand once, and then the game ends. And if you want, you can play again. Well, you should save who wins throughout all the play sessions. That's what recursion is doing, and that's what these global variables are doing outside of the program, right? And yeah, that's basically what I'm doing. Yeah. Let's do it now. Test run. Scissors. Hand was rock. You lost. Computer win. Okay, let's play again. I want to go rock. Computer's hand was scissors. You win. Alright. And that's it. That's basically rock, paper, scissors, guys. And notice how you can use recursion to continuously replay and keep some information still continue on into the next play session. So yeah, you could also use a while loop for this, but I thought trying a recursion method would be nicer for this. But yeah, hopefully this was helpful for you guys or enjoyable. But I thank you guys for watching.